Oh, I wanted it started like 10 minutes ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
If my mic isn't like picking up all over the stream, just let me know through Discord and I'll try to fix it.
Yeah.
It'll be in your PlayStation settings.
Right,
Normally the chat will let you know.
I'm starting qualifying.
Okay then. Hello, if we can hear us there. Yeah, bit late knowledge, yes, I know we are running a little bit late. That's probably because of me, because I was more interested to stroking my dog. But anyway, this is the A grade final. Back again at Interlagos. Had a week break because, well, I don't know. But we're back again for the A grade finals. So this is the other four teams that we hadn't seen, because they finished in the top four in the points prior to round two at St. Croix. I've been already in the stream here. So I'm Savvy. Joining me is the winner from the B grade final, Rascal.
Hi.
And we've got a third person in the booth. It's Orloz. How you doing then, Orloz?
I'm good. How's everyone doing tonight?
Quite tired, but still good.
Yeah, I'm hungover.
It's fine. I just woke up like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, hopefully. I'm just going to see in the chat if we can all hear us. Yeah, I think we can all hear this. That's good stuff then. Right, so we're just about getting qualifying underway. I know it's a bit like quite late notice. But oh, there we go. And this change has been set in. There we go. So it looks like qualifying is immediately underway. So some of the races that we have out on track now is you've got ARC Martin. We've got a few replacements for the ARC team. No Hallex, no Inman. So we've had a couple of replacements for ARC Martin and Alex Gaiman, I think it is. We've still got Kofi in here.
Yes.
But I think those are the other two replacements. And you've got the CSX boys of Kevlaro and Crowhawk as well. There he is. We've got COC of Paolo. And also got Isaac as well for CSX. We've got the Racing Asylum boys, Gecko Racer, E97, King Ears as well. We only got 10 people racing today.
So, there are only two drivers for CSX today, so that's Isaac and Kevlar. And there are only two drivers for COC, so that's Paolo and Crowhawk.
Oh, Crowhawk just drove into Barton, just going up towards Ferradura, so... Hope there's no naughty business going on between those two.
Maybe there is. Who knows? They're all doing the fuel burn now. So this will be. I wonder if anyone decides to do a lap after this out lap, or if they're going to do another fuel burning lap.
Indeed, because we saw a lot of that the last time we raced. Oh, in fact, the previous two times for the C grade. I think it was just Dominguez that did it, and I think a lot of people did it in the B. Yeah, you did it, didn't you? Yes, you did it.
Yeah. I did that. So
forgot about that.
Fuel burning laps.
2 fuel and burning laps, and you got the pole, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I was second.
Oh, you were second.
I was really annoyed that someone beat me to pole. Actually.
Yeah.
It was shredding.
Yeah, shredding. And he was quite a dangerous racer too, but then, came all untangled for him, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened to him in that race. I just sort of was focusing on myself.
Yeah. But, ayo. Like I said, this is the A grade final then. So, the post B grade final as it stands, because we've got ARC1, COC Tim 1, Cosmic Esports Blue, and Race Asylum. They've still yet to record third round points. But as it stands currently right now, ARC are sitting 1 and 2 in the point standings. Then you've got COC Team 2 who raced in the B grade final. Then RRC DLL1. Then Distinct Game and end up being 5th in the points. But obviously we've still got to wait for COC Team 1, Cosmic Esports and Race Asylum.
So I'm looking at the first sector times, and Kofi is the fastest by 1/10 of the first sector. And he's also gone quicker than Paolo by 3/10 in the middle sector, so this should be quite a good lap from Kofi. Or I say that Crowhawk's beaten him in the middle sector, but he's still going to be 3/10 down. So I think Kofi might be the one to set the early pace here.
Oh, Baz is saying in the chat there, unable to race due to COVID heavy symptoms. Ah, well. Get well soon then, Baz. So anyway, Kofi sets the mark, a full second ahead of Crowhawk in the other Toyota. Oh, Martin puts his Peugeot into second place. As this movers and shakers going on. What do you see then, Laws?
I'm looking at the timing charts. From now, it seems the split between Crowhawk and Martin is only 15 thousandths of a second. Pretty close, but they still have to get their second and third laps in, I'm assuming.
Crowhawk was actually the quickest driver through sector 2 and 3, but he dropped 4 tenths on Kofi in the first sector. So if he can hook up that first sector, Crowhawk could be with a shout of pole here. He's been really good in the previous rounds. We know how good the Supra is.
Now Crowhawk's starting to do some fuel burning now. Oh, there's a bit of muffling going on here. Oh, and Kevlaro just kind of got hampered his lap now, so that got a little bit messy at Furadura, sorry. Yeah, it looks like some people are always trying to bank in a lap first, and then they're going to do a bit of fuel saving. But who's that on the backstretch? Oh, that's Gecko Racer. He's looks like he's doing his first
run
lap.
now.
Yeah. So far, he's blue in the first sector, not purple.
Well, he's not far off of Kofi for the first sector. I think he's only like 20 thousandths of a second slower than Kofi. Yeah, so it's a very good first sector, pretty much matching Kofi. Let's see what he's able to do in the middle sector.
Right, so we've got Paolo and Kofi going in to put on a new set of soft tyres. Don't forget the rules state is in the races. You've got to use all 3 compound tyres, the softs, the mediums, and the hards. Qualifying is, 10 minutes long again?
Yeah.
10 minutes long. So we'll still keep an eye then on Gecko Racer as he makes his way out of Bico de Panto and then in towards Juncao. And let's see what he is there, sliding the BMW. 27 seconds up from his best time. It's not far off. Second sector.
No, he's now. He actually went quicker than Kofi by 8 thousandths of a second. So it's basically, did he get the good run? I think this could be a challenge for pole here.
It could be.
In the early running by Gecko, he's going to hug the left-hand side of the track.
Could
it's going to be really
ARC,
close between
boys.
him and Kofi.
Yeah, he split the ARC. Yeah, second place. Yeah. And we saw the BMW does work well around this track. We saw Dominguez win the C-grade final and that. So Gecko Racer sticking his RA car in between an ARC sandwich front row.
Yeah, he lost.
Coming in for a new set of tires.
He lost. Gecko lost a tenth and a half through the final sector, so he wasn't quite able to hook it up. As I'm seeing Isaac just moves out of the way, which is good.
There we go, but there he is there, and he's doing some fuel burning. So roughly we've got about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go on the clock. Kofi's still on the ball, but Gecko Racer for Racer Asylum will stick his BMW on the front row and pushes Martin down to third. He runs a little wide out of Pinarino. Crowhawk in fourth, and he's fuel burning as well, so it looks like he's going to do one more lap in. Kevlaro in the Dodge sitting fifth, the first of the CSX drivers, and you've got King Ears in sixth, who is sliding his way out of Juncao, and then you've got Isaac seventh, AE97 and the other Dodge Viper in eighth, Alex Gaming in the Porsche ninth, and the kind of famous Carly Rae Jepsen there liveried Porsche, and Paolo bringing up the rear in the second of the Peugeots. He's just only a second behind the pole time set by Kofi. So top 10 just over a second. That's still quite very close.
Yeah, that's pretty close. I'm looking at the top 4 actually, and it's only what, a quarter of a second separating Crowhawk from Kofi at the top as Crowhawk warms his tyres vigorously. So he's about to go for his second flying lap. So we'll see what he's able to do. And I think Kofi's actually already started his second lap. Oh no, he's not. I think he's doing another fuel burning lap, maybe.
Yeah, he's fuel burning. Yeah, for sure. Just to keep an eye out then on Crow Martin. Makes his way out of turn 5.
Oh, King Ears went purple in this first sector.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll see what he's able to do in the middle sector.
There we go then. So he's just coming towards the end of the second sector now. He would have been buoyant by seeing his teammate Gecko Racer putting his BMW on the second spot. Let's see what he can do. Let's actually ride on board with this last sector now. So this is Magulo. Now, is he purple? He's 4 temps up, so he could improve to maybe third or fourth spot. He's got to get a good run out of.
He dropped 3 tenths on Kofi in the middle sector. I don't think this is going to be a lap that would challenge for pole from King Ears. Unfortunately, I think he also dropped time at Junsao, but he's definitely
going to go faster.
Yeah, he's improved his time. He's gone to 5th place.
Yeah, 5th place then for King Ears. A guy who did look very good at Spa back in the first meeting. He did have a great recovery drive, did King Ears. So 5th place then for him. Good job. Pushes the CSX boys down to 6th and 7th. But looks like no change in the top 4.
Kevlar was giving Isaac a tow, but he ended up spinning a little bit. Saved it quite nicely. He was still up in the second sector, but he still...
Oh, what is Crowhawk doing? He's just taking out the 50 board. He's just taking out the 50 board and spat it back on the racing line. That's... Oh dear,
Oh, he's got a 2.5 second penalty.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Crow. Deary me. 30 seconds to go then to the end of qualifying. Kevlaro and Isaac are working together, so the two CSX boys are working together, which is quite a smart strategy there. Kevlaro was about 2 tenths down on the first sector, didn't see what Isaac's time was. But we've got about 15 seconds to go.
Gecko goes purple first sector. He's a 10th quicker than Kofi. Managed on his best lap.
Shall I write in the chat then qualifying finish then, as it is going to be now?
I'll do it.
Beat you to it. So who was that crossed the line then first there? So who was that? Someone just crossed the line first.
It was Paolo.
So Paolo shouldn't be doing another lap, which he has done. Yeah, okay. It doesn't improve though, but he will still stay in last position. Well, yeah, I think he went quicker, not by much though. There's Alex Gaben. King Ears looks like he didn't improve. Neither did, I think that was Martin. That just
Gecko's on a fantastic lap.
Oh, can the Racing Asylum upset ARC and stick his car on the pole position?
Did he just go purple in the second sector?
Yeah, Gecko was purple in the first and second.
Oh.
So here we go.
Only 2 tenths behind at the moment.
Let's
so
see.
Kofi wasn't able to improve. This might be a 29.
Yes!
Oh,
a 130.
That's huge.
That is huge. So Racing Asylum on the front row, and you've got every right to do donuts, Gecko Racer.
But Crowhawk went 2 tenths quicker. Can Crowhawk?
No, he didn't. 132.55. Did he scrape the wall when he crossed the line? It looked like I think he turned a little bit to the left there, and he hit the wall, and it may have scrubbed a little bit of time off. But he still puts his car on the second row, and, you know, it was an ARC 1-2. It's now Racing Asylum 1, ARC 2, Crowhawk in 3rd, and Martin in 4th. I think that's the end of qualifying. Yeah, it is. So Gecko Racer, with that last run, has stuck his car on the pole position. So we'll give you a rundown then of the live time, and then so Gecko Racer on pole with a 130.025. The BMW is looking very good around here. Kofi in the Toyota FT1 1:30.168. Then Crowhawk 1:30.2. Martin 1:30.3. A little bit, was it nearly 2.5 tenths now to King Ears in 5th with 1:36. He was only, 29 thousandths quicker than Kevlaro in the Dodge. Isaac in the Hyundai at 1:30.8. AE97, I'll just call him E97. 1:31 at 1:59. 3 thousandths quicker than Alex Gaming in the Porsche. And he was only 7 thousandths quicker than Paolo in the second of the Peugeots, along with Martin. So still, you know, very, very close qualifying. Just over, 1 second. But the RA boys in the chat then will be going absolutely delighted to see their boy sticking that car on the pole.
Yeah, it was a great time from Gecko.
Definitely.
I think he's actually... I don't know what Shredding did last week, but I think he went quicker. So... Yeah, I think it was the quickest qualifying time that we've seen of the 3 finals. So, of course, it's the A final, but you know.
Kofi could not improve on his first lap. His first flying lap was his fastest lap. He tried to improve on his last lap, but he just couldn't do it.
No, he was just about 2 tenths slower than his second flying lap there, so he must have made a mistake in his second flying lap. But still, second place was still good nonetheless. He's the best place of the ARC drivers. Martin, I mean, for a late replacement, you know, 4th place, that's still very solid.
I mean, 30.3 is is a good time. He's only just over 3/10 off pole. So Martin's showing a bit of. I hope he doesn't take this as a disrespect, but showing a bit of improvement there. He's certainly leveled up his game.
And I'm interested to see what King Ears can do, because, like I says, at the Spa race, he did have a great race at the end. And Kevlaro, we know what Kevlaro's like. He could be a force to be reckoned with. Isaac, you know, he could prop up a bit of a prize as well, and also E97 too. So it's anyone's race to win, basically. So we're just going to do a stuck check then, and actually, should we talk about the track itself? Because, like, I like this track. You know, what do you think about this track?
I think it's a pretty. Oh,
go on, Olas.
I've had very good experiences with this track. I've had very bad experiences with this track. I think as a track, it's very, very good. It's a real racetrack. It's not like a conventional racetrack because it goes counterclockwise instead of clockwise.
Yeah.
But with that being said, it's like a roller coaster almost. There's a lot of banked corners, in-camber corners. There's a lot of time to be made up if you're fast or if you're not that fast, and you can learn this track really, really easily.
I just see from E97 he's out.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to E97.
No, it's fine. It's just a stuck check, so we'll sort it out. No, it's no bother.
Yeah, I'm hoping he's saying he's not like backing out of the race then. Hopefully, you don't want to see that. Oh, looks like we're all backing out. Okay, then, so just yeah, everyone is. Oh, okay, right, cool. It was just a mistake. I thought he wasn't like leaving for good.
I think it's fine. We're just, yeah. It's just a classic procedure that we do in ARC. If you've not watched any of our events before, we just do a stuck check to basically make sure that everyone's connection is kind of fine, and that we don't, and that they can all get off away okay, and it's to anticipate any issues. So, yeah, it's just what we do. It's part of our sort of pre-race ritual now.
Yeah.
We're going to start another one now, so everyone.
Yeah, looks like a lot of people going for the mediums or the soft tires. The majority going for mediums.
I wouldn't read too much into that. I've started the stock check very quickly after quali, so
yeah.
We'll see what they actually start on in sort of 5 or so minutes.
Right, so we'll just check to see if all 10 guys are for the way. Hopefully no one will be stuck on the grid. It didn't happen in the C grade final. It did happen in the B grade final, but you never know. You know what Polyphony servers are like.
Yeah, I've played this game for long enough.
I've commentated for long enough as well.
Yeah.
So, but if you are betting people, who would you bet your money on to win this A grade final?
I don't know. I like the look of Crowhawk, honestly.
Oh, really?
I do, yeah. He's been really good in the previous races, and I think he just didn't quite string the lap together in qualifying. I think he's got the pace. But saying that, you know, Gecko, obviously, what a phenomenal time. I mean, he's got to be a shout for at least challenging for the win there as well. Obviously, Kofi there. I think it'll be those three. It will be Gecko versus Kofi versus Crowhawk, but perhaps another driver can prove me wrong. Maybe Alex Gaming. You know, he didn't have the best of qualifying. Maybe he can slide this way through, as we saw Outlaw do last week. I think
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So they called me Jay. It's basically a one-lap stuck check. So this is not the race itself. This is just a connection check. I think we have. I think we've got a lot of Race Asylum fans in the chat. So welcome.
Well, yeah. Whenever they have the Race Asylum boys race and they come out in force and they make the chat, you know, go very proud. So yeah, they like doing it. They like it.
You know what? I'll refine that. I think Gecko, he's got a bit of a home advantage, doesn't he? I know this is an ARC event, but we got the crowd. There's a full Race Asylum And yeah, we're very happy to have you guys. So, as Kofi spins it, that's a classic Kofi.
What about you then? What about you, Orloz? Who do you think will prevail?
Kofi has very, very excellent race pace from what I've seen. But then again, Gecko's time, that time was really, really good. So I'm thinking it could, like how Rascal said, it could be a Gecko, Kofi, and Crowhawk 1, 2, 3. But as for the win, I think Kofi might be able to win this one. I'm feeling like something might happen to Gecko, and like maybe a miscalculated strategy or something like that. But I really hope it doesn't happen. He did have a very, very good race pace. I would like to see a good fight to the end.
Well, looks like everyone's going to be on... Oh, no, only Alex Gaiman. Looks like he's going to be the only one to start the race on the soft tyres. Okay, everyone will... looks like they're all on mediums. So, here's a look then at Isaac. He's going to put his high and die, I believe it was on the 4th row of the grid. 7th place, I think it was. Driving the high and die, which Kofi drove in the GR3 in season 5, I think it was. The Man City car, yeah. Oh no, looks like Alex is going to the hards.
Awful livery.
It was a horrible livery. But I think one thing that Kofi was good at was he is good on qualifying pace. But I think when it comes to race pace, he kind of struggles a bit, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well. I think part of that was because Kofi was on pad during season 5, so he was probably one of the only drivers in like the top 5 or 6 that was on pad, and so his tyre wear really suffered. But now I know he's got a G29 now, so his tyre wear should be much better. Plus he's in the FT1, which I think is pretty good on tyres. I haven't driven it enough to know fully, but I think it's better than the BMW on tyres. So Kofi's race pace might be strong. Another one that's good on tyres is the Peugeot, and I know that Martin is in the Peugeot.
And Paolo as well, but Paolo's starting on the back row though.
And Paolo, yes. But then you got Crowhawk, he's in the Supra. We know what the Supra can do in a straight line. That car can go past anyone once it gets a bit of slip. It's you're in trouble.
Yeah. Speaking of the cars, which cars in general, just as a car, from experience or just from looking at people, what car do you think is the best one for this circuit?
The Beetle. But no one's driving it.
Speaking from an example there from Rascal himself.
Cars right now.
Of the cars that I'm seeing on track right now, I think the Peugeot would be best. I think, but you know what Gecko did in that BMW, I'm really impressed by.
I tell you what,
I think it's quicker over single lap than it is on race pace.
I'm quite excited to see what Kev Lauda will do at the start, because if you remember back to the C-grade final, I think it was Wise Guys. He started on the back row of the grid, and then by the end of the first corner, I think he was like 6th. So I'm interested to see what Kev Lauda will do in that fast starting Dodge. Like, you'll see him probably nearly up at the front.
Yeah, it's true. Oh yeah, I forget that. It's the grid start, so Crowhawk is he's qualified 3rd, but we won the Supra is its Achilles heel. It is a terrible starting car, as I think is the FT1. So
BMWs are very good though. So Gecko could be, Gecko could have a good chance here to be. Yeah, it's all ifs and buts, like, really. And also,
we talk about the team. We talk about the drivers, but it is a team event. So the drivers, they will work together to get the best result for the team. You would hope. So maybe we might see some strategy where, you have one driver who holds up another driver for the teammate, or does something like that. Because last week I had the best time. Not last week, 2 weeks ago I had the best time because I didn't get involved in any battling, and I think everybody else behind me did. So it was just it was pretty nice. It was pretty chill.
So just the final check, it seems everyone but Alex will be starting on medium tire. Alex will be starting on the hard tire.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're just waiting for the race to start, which will happen in approximately 1 minute time. Just to mention as well, tomorrow we're going to have the ARC BTCC finale. Are you going to be commentating for that again, Rascal?
I kind of want to race, actually, but...
oh, you want to race?
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, because I'm going to be back out again on racing. I want redemption from last week at Sedegna.
I've not seen you practicing, though. Where have you been?
I haven't been practicing at all.
You want the redemption without the practice. You need to practice to get good, Savvy. But yeah, it's a fun track. Look forward to it, whatever I'm doing, and I think I'm gonna just get this underway. So
right,
I'll be
also just to mention too, next week is the start of the 400 lap enduro championship that Furious has put up. We're going to be starting that next week. The first round at Fuji, 80 laps around that track. Rascal, you're gonna race it, aren't you?
Wait, with the Fuji,
next week.
Unconfirmed.
Oh, unconfirmed. You'll be too hungover from the day after, day before.
No, it's not worth explaining here, so I'll tell you later.
Right then, so Rascal's changed the room to 35 laps. We should see 2 stops, maybe 3 stop, maybe. But let's see.
Cavalaris is 36, but I'm gonna double check this because I'm almost certain it's 35 laps.
Yeah, well, the C grade fighter was 35 laps. The B grade fighter was 35 laps. Why should it be 36?
Well, I'm just gonna confirm that it's not something else before I do this again. Yeah, because I've had it in the past where I think was it Kata where I just started the race and it was 1 lap long and it was like, oh great. And that was like a 3-hour race. Okay.
Orlos is having trouble with his car, even though he's not on the track. AC's decided to stick in the booth with us there. Oh, E97, hold on to that thing. There you go. There we go. We're going to get going. Oh, Gecko's had a big off. Oh, that's nearly like a truly thing in 2009. A truly subtle thing, I think it was. That was. So here we go then, the A grade final. The final round of the World Cup. And it is a Race of Asylum ARC front row, but it is Gecko Racer from Kofi, Crowhawk, Martin, King, Eos, Kevlaro, Isaac, E97, Alex Gaming, and Paolo. That is your 10 cars on the grid. I'm just going to be so excited to see what Kevlaro could do at the start. We know how unbelievably quick that Porsche is off the start. So here we go then. Engine notes rise. Watch the lights. When they go to green, we're going to be underway, and off we go.
Oh, he's got a great start.
Oh, yeah. He's probably going to be leading off the line here. But looks like Gecko Racer. Look at him. He's going around the outside towards the set of S's. 3 abreast with the 2 ARC drivers. Excuse me. Kevlaro then trying to make it on the inside, the second part of the set of S's. Has he got the 4th place? No, he's fallen. No, he's down a spot. Crowhawk in the Toyota has managed to get by, and E97 has gone by. Actually, E97 has made a good start and all. He's up to 6th place already, and the 2 Dodgers are side by side then into the Desida del Lago. And there's still lots of racing room being given there between the 2 Dodge Viper boys, but it's Noah's Ark, 2 by 2 by 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, look at this.
He's got the inside for this complex though, and I think that's 5th place for him unless EA97 decides he wants to have a look.
Someone's got a penalty. Paolo's got a 7-10 penalty.
Oh, and Crowhawk's going around the outside of Kofi now.
Oh, and he's gonna make it stick. He's gonna be inside for. He's made it work. 10-10. Yeah, superb pass on Crowhawk. So here's a look at a replay. So the move, he was on the inside. That was turn 8. Then he stuck it around the outside for turn 9, and then he'll know he would have the inside. Little touch in there, but still no harm. And then Crowhawk knew he had the inside for 10-10. Superb pass then from the COC driver.
Martin's on the gearbox of Gecko, actually. He's flashing the lights. He's flashed it like 3 times already.
And look how quick Gecko that car is on the toe.
Alright, at the end of the first lap. Oh, is he going to go for it?
Martin's going to try around the outside on the center S's.
Oh, he's outbraked himself a little bit. Gecko Racer gives him the room. Oh, that's great racing already.
So
Martin might be able to do the switchback.
No, I think Gecko's got the line. He's got the line.
Martin's in the toe though. He's going to go to the inside.
Go on Crowhawk.
Yeah, I'm looking on body with Crowhawk as Martin takes the lead at turn 4. Crowhawk trying to stick the Toyota on the outside. Hits the AstroTurf, and that's going to lose him a couple of spots. And Kevlaro now in the Dodge Viper is gained back up into 4th place. But Gecko Racer and Martin side by side for the lead through this fast series of corners here. 3rd gear for the Peugeot, and he's got the lead. Them literally all nose to tail. Yeah, very good racing there. In the top 5 then, all nose to tail. King Ears has gained a spot. E97, who started off well, was in 5th position by the first lap or the first couple of corners. He's fallen down to 7th. And Isaac, he's lost a spot from his qualifying. Paolo has gained a spot over Alex Gaiman, but Alex is the only driver to be on the hard tyres. But look at this, a whole trade of cars then, all the way down to, effectively, E97 down in 7th place.
Yeah, because they're all on medium tyres and they're all giving each other the toe and battling, so it's keeping them close from the leader down. And Martin he just switches direction really quickly, doesn't want to give any toe to Gecko as Kevlaro sets the fastest lap of the race, and he's up to 4th. So he's even made a move on Crowhawk.
Yeah, that was because Crowhawk won ride out of turn 4, hit the Astro, and it allowed Kofi and Kevlaro to go by the COC driver. But looks like someone else has got a penalty, I think, by the look of it, and it was King Ears. King Ears must have shortcutted the set of S's, unfortunately. So he's burned the penalty at one of the 2 penalty burns on the Retta Aposta and on the start-finish straight. And that puts him down to, I believe, that would be 9th place. So King Ears got a bit of work to do yet again, like we saw him at Spa. So the field is now down to 5 cars now for the lead. E97 has dropped off. So riding on board with Crowhawk, and he's all over the back of Kevlaro in the Dodge. And meanwhile, Kofi's trying to find a way by Gecko. Sorry, Olos.
You're fine. Very interesting what's happening right now. So it seems that everything looks like it's going to be steady for now, unless Gecko can do a really good gain on Martin in the next few corners.
I'm already seeing here that Gecko's tyres are already in a nice way compared to the rest of the guys around him. So he's going for the long run. Of course, this is a 35 lap race. It's not 5 laps. So look at that. He actually lifts and coasts into the braking zone.
Didn't go for the move.
Is he fuel saving? Is he doing the old chili strategy, fuel saving? And do you think Kofi will as well?
Yeah, I think that's very sensible from Gecko. You know, he's managing the car, he's managing the tyres. If Kofi can put pressure on him, that can relieve Martin a little bit. As Kofi actually tries to run the outside, it might be able to make the stick.
Yeah, I think Martin actually used Gecko as a pick to allow Kofi to go through into 2nd spot.
That is brilliant from Kofi. That's proper teamwork there. It's what I was talking about at the start of the race. So I don't think Gecko's going to be too concerned by that.
I don't think he will.
Early doors, he's still within like 6/10, 7/10 of the lead. So as long as he's within this pack, he's got a fighting chance.
Yeah, Gecko having a fine race, as is Crowhawk, as is Kevlaro. Still top 5 nose to tail, only 1.5 seconds still separating. And I think E97 is trying to latch on to the back of this 20-wheel disaster up ahead of him. And that Dodge, we all know, is going to be super quick on the straight line.
He's going for a move.
The Supra might be quicker, and he's got the run. Crowhawk's got the inside 9.
Yeah, he does.
Washington has an insane amount of torque, but that Supra is still no joke in a straight line.
Wow, looks like the Toyota's going to beat the Dodge then into the set of S's. Yeah, he has gone through. So Crow into 4th spot. Lost a little bit of time on Gecko Racer, but you can catch that up easily. So good racer then between the top 5 drivers. We've still got E97 still in 6th, Isaac in 7th.
Martin's letting Kofi go.
So a bit of teamwork there. Oh, is that going to allow Gecko Racer to take advantage of it? Yes, indeed he does. So Gecko Racer back into 2nd spot.
And And that's allowed Crowhawk to actually catch up to the back of this train as well, so he's now just over a second off of Kofi in first. He might be able to bring Kevlara with him as well.
Yeah. And E97 just about a second back away from the other Dodge. So the race of the Silent Boys then giving it large so far in the top 6 really. And poor King, he is there having that penalty down in 9th place, but he is catching up to the back of Paolo in the Peugeot. He's riding a little bit on board then as he makes his way out of Junção. 6 tenths behind Paolo, slightly understeery out of the penultimate corner. Meanwhile, back up front there, looks like Kofi is starting to pull away a little bit from Gecko Racer in second. Half a second across the line they went. They're going to start lap 6 out of 35. Martin getting a little bit closer to the back of Gecko.
They're starting to drop Kevlara. I think the tyre wear of the Viper is kicking in a little bit. Although saying that, Crowhawk's actually got slightly worse fronts than Kevlara, so he's just able to, in the Supra, keep the pace. As Martin runs a bit wide, that's going to compromise his run out the corner.
That's 2 laps in a row that Martin's done that now, at the same corner. So Crow's will get a little bit closer.
He's probably pushing slightly too hard. Martin just needs to sort of clean up his lines a bit, and not carry so much speed into Descida del Lago.
I think we could have a potential battle for 5th place now as E97 is getting closer to the back of Kevlaro. Just right on board with E97, just listen to that gorgeous V8 engine there in that Dodge, and he's going to be in the toe of Kevlaro. I think
Kofi!
V10 engine.
Sorry there, I was on board with E97 as he got a couple of wheels on the grass at Brecon and nearly lost the race, so he's going to lose a little bit of time.
I was on board with Gecko, and he's got a massive run on Kofi. Kofi got the last corner all wrong. Is he going to go for move? No,
he's not. He's saving the fuel, isn't he? He's
he's
behind! Oh, no, Gecko! Oh, disaster. Absolute disaster for Gecko. Did he misjudge the braking? Or did he did he clip the wheels on the grass going at the centre?
He misjudged the braking. He was almost going to go into the back of Kofi.
Locked up. He kind of locked up a bit, didn't he? Oh, Gecko. That's going to lose him a bunch of time as well. So that's going to put him down to 6th place. But I mean, there's still 27 laps to go. He's still got plenty of time to make up for it. Which now it will now allow E97 to be the best place Race of the Asylum driver now.
The thing I want to talk about with Gecko is I still think he's got a tyre advantage, and I still think he's got a fuel advantage over the rest of the drivers behind him. So hopefully his teammates just lets him go, and they can work together to catch up to the back of Kevlara.
Yeah, that should be the smart strategy for E97 to let him go. Because Gecko does have to pace to be up alongside Martin and Kofi and Crowhawk at the same time, so he doesn't want to get held behind E97 for too long. And he'll catch Kevlaro in a hurry, because he said a few laps ago Kevlaro's tyres doesn't look too great. But again, that Dodge is just looks so quick off the streets.
Are there going to be some Fernando's faster than you team orders here? Or?
Oh, maybe. Let's see. Oh, E97 nearly gets crossed up at the centre S's, and he gets into the back of Kevlaro. Now, is this the opportunity for Gecko to make the run?
I'm hoping
he's going for it.
If I'm the Race Asylum, what's it called?
Team principal.
Yeah, if I'm the team principal, I'm going to be shouting at E97 to get out of the way.
Yeah, I think that's what he's done. So Gecko's back up in the 5th.
Was on the flash just saying thank you very much.
Oh, little bump draft there. That's not allowed from E97. So I think once is probably an accident, but
I tell you what, Isaac is actually caught up to the back as well. We ain't talking a lot about Isaac, but he's getting a little sideways out of Pinarino. But he's actually clawed up to the back here.
Yeah, he's only 5 seconds off of the lead, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, Isaac doing a good job in that awful car. I'm looking at Gecko. He's very close to Kevlaro.
Yeah, he's in the toe. Maybe should see a pass. I want to see what Kevlaro's tyres is like. Oh yeah, the right front is looking not as good as what Gecko Races is, and I think Kevlaro's going to defend his spot here. So here we go. Will he dive out late to the inside into the set of S's? Here he goes to the inside. And it's at 4th place. Is Kevlaro going to give the position up? Yeah, that's a great pass there. Gecko back into 4th.
So this race isn't over for Gecko just yet. He still probably has a fighting chance to be on the podium or even for the win.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time. It's 55 minutes roughly with 12 minutes in. He's only, what, 3.8 off? Yeah, he's got plenty of time with his pace, so... yeah, it's just he has compromised. He's put the difficulty level up.
And actually, out of the top 4 that's ahead, Gecko is setting the faster times. Kofi's last lap, 1:33.2. Martin's time, 1:32.9. Crowhawk, 1:33.1. Gecko, 1:32.7. So he's gained like 4 attempts alone on the lead of Kofi. Although saying that, he did get a bit of a toe from Kevlaro.
Well, it's also what I was referring to earlier, and that is he's looking after the tyres really lovely. Really nicely.
He's going to be in the toe of Crowhawk by the end of this lap. He was about a second adrift away from him.
Yeah, and
Crowhawk runs a little wide.
Jinsao.
Even with all the fuel saving and the tire saving, he's still a good margin faster than Kofi and Martin.
Yeah, I'd say he's got about 5% more better fuel than Crow.
Yeah, he's going to outslip the Supra here. Look at this. Crowhawk doesn't even
yourself, Gecko.
Just gave up.
Yeah, Crow just lets him by. Didn't want to fight it. So Gecko, in Rascal's terms, he's on a mission. Gecko was looking really racy here. No wonder, he got the pole position, made the little mistake on lap 7, and he's done extremely well to work his way back up into the 3rd spot.
I think Crowhawk needs to pit
Kevlaro's
soon.
got a penalty. Kevlaro's got a 2.5 second penalty, and he's run wide.
He's run wide.
Did he shortcut the set of S's? It must be.
And he's 4 seconds.
He won very wide out of. Oh no! I think that's because he ran wide out of the 2 corners. He ran wide out of the set of S's. Sorry, the Curva del Sol, and he ran wide out of the Cida del Lago. So I think that's why the 3.9 second penalty has come up on him.
Yeah, his tyres look equally awful as with Crowhawk. So I was going to suggest that those are the 2 drivers that I think will be looking at making their pit stop really soon. Both dipping into the 34s on that last lap, with Kofi in the lead who's doing 33 flats. So they're losing 1.1 seconds a lap at the moment. But then obviously you've got Gecko who's still in the 32s. So he's
closing. He's closed at least a second nearly on Martin.
He's starting to fuel save a little bit more. After he spun, I noticed that he was just going full push mode, but now he's starting to fuel save just a little bit more.
Crowhawk and Kevlaro the first to make their pit stops.
So they took my advice.
They heard you.
To the stream.
They heard you.
So it seems
the gap is coming down too. Yeah, the gap is coming down from Martin to Gecko. It was 1.1. It's now less than a second. Let's see what tyres Crowhawk's going to be on. Crowhawk's going for the soft tyres.
Crowhawk's going to the soft.
And Kevlaro is going to the softs as well. But he's also got a burnout 3.9 second penalty, so it's going to be a longer pit stop if you feel for Kevlaro. But it's allowed, King Ears. Oh no, King Ears is... he's gone to the hard tyres, sorry. So he was the first to make a pit stop. King Ears made a pit stop the lap before. He's on the hard compound tyres. So we've had three drivers
what's going to happen now. I wonder what Kofi, Martin and Gecko are thinking, because if they pit now, they're going to Crowhawk's going to get a massive undercut with this. Yeah, he's going to get a fantastic undercut here by pitting and putting on softs.
Martin ran wide out of Young Cow, and now Gecko is going to be in the two.
Kofi's pitting.
Yeah, so I'm wondering. Oh, and Gecko as well. So that pit stop from Crowhawk is made a reaction for both Gecko and Kofi to pit, as well as E97 and Isaac and all.
Yeah,
so Martin's staying
now fully
out.
Open. Isaac and E97 also pit. So it's only Martin that stays out. And of all the drivers to stay out, it probably wasn't my pick in terms of based on the tyre wear. But his times are still okay. He's doing a 33.9 at the moment compared
Look at the fuel. Yeah. Look at the fuel there too. Kofi 39 and Gecko was on 45. Yeah.
Yeah, I told you Gecko was fuel saving that whole stint. He was also managing the tyres exceptionally well.
Oh,
so
now
he's put in a bit more fuel and he's gone onto the hards.
Yeah, he's on the hard tyres as well as Kofi, but Kofi put 90% of fuel in. Gecko only put in 74. So by my reckoning, he may have come out ahead of Kofi, which he has.
And Crowhawk's jumped the pair of them on the soft tyre, so he's got the mother of all undercuts, and he's going to be in the net lead of the race. I think he's 5 seconds ahead of of Gecko.
He will pull away
the undercut, and he's gonna then see, how far can I get ahead of this pack.
Yeah, and so basically Crowhawk has got to do qualifying laps from here on in on those soft tyres alone, because he's going to have to switch to the hard tyres when he makes his second pit stop, and Gecko and Kofi, they're going to switch to the soft tyres come when they make their second pit stop. So Crowhawk's got to put in some qualifying laps in with those soft tyres now.
I don't think this was a bad strategy from Crowhawk, actually. It's as he's 1.6 seconds purple. This could be a phenomenal lap.
Goodness me.
Yeah, this is a low 130s. This could be I'm going to say a 130.024.
No, I reckon this will be a 29.9, maybe even a 29.8.
I'll say a 33, 130.3.
024, come on.
Oh, 29.9.
Hey, I was only half a tenth off it.
Half a tenth compared to his. Yeah, I mean, if you want the lottery numbers, you've got my number. So that is fantastic. That's just phenomenal pace from Crowhawk, and he's pulled off.
I think he's pulled like 2 seconds alone.
Yeah, 2 seconds on Gecko Racer alone on that lap.
Yeah,
just ridiculous.
I think you remember that Alex started on the hards, and with that being said, he is currently in the lead. He might not. He's most likely not going to stay there.
No, I think give it 3 laps. Give it 3 laps, and Crowhawk will get by him in a hurry. Yeah, but Alex is the only one not yet to make a pit stop.
You know what? I'm looking at Kofi, and you were asking why he's fueled up to 90%, and I wonder if he's just decided to come out behind Gecko, and just sort of, as long as he keeps him in the slip, he's going to have a fuel advantage over Gecko.
Oh, Isaac!
So he's going to come out.
Yeah, sorry. I was going to say Isaac's all over the back of Kofi, but Isaac's on the soft tyres, so he's getting held up behind these two as well.
Yeah. He needs to get by Kofi in a hurry.
And Kevlaro's on the softs. Well. Martin's on the hard tyres, so we've got a 4-car scrap potentially for second place when Alex, he comes into the pits right now.
And he's done actually quite a good job on fuel saving though, coming in with 38% after 13 laps. I know some drivers came in a couple of laps before with that percentage, so that's good going from Alex.
Here we go then. Does Isaac have a look on the inside of Kofi in the centre S's? Yes, indeed he does. So that's P3 now. Well, effective, yeah, P3 now because Alex is in the pits, yeah. So Isaac now into 3rd place.
And Cavallaro also going to have a look at Kofi. Maybe into the Cedar de Lago.
Kofi is always having a look in the inside at turn 4. Now Isaac's all over the back of Gecko Racer, but Gecko's on the hards. Isaac's on the softs. Gecko just about holding on. But side by side then, but Kofi versus Kevlaro. Kofi got a little out of shape into Ferradura.
Let's see how good Gecko can defend with those hard tires on. Isaac does have soft tires on, so theoretically he should.
And Kofi finally lets Kevlara go.
Yeah, I think that was a smart thing to do there. Now Isaac is looking very racy. Could be a CSX 1, 2, 3 possibly.
No, because Crowhawk's COC, so he's a different team. But that's actually really hurt Kofi this passage so far.
Gecko and Isaac won very wide out of Young Cow. Now,
so it's the CSX boys on the soft tire.
Mm-hmm.
They've sort of they've thrown a spanner in the works of Kofi and Gecko, who are on the hards and just trying to. I think it's cost them both a good half a second to a second there. So that's going to be music for Crowhawk in the lead, he's done a 31.4. So the tires are dropping off dramatically through this stint.
Oh wow, insane battle then for second place. Kevlara now leads this battle, followed by Isaac. Gecko Racer not giving up in the BMW in 4th and Kofi in 5th. But I mean, look at that second, but nearly a second separating Kevlara to Kofi.
And I think
the two CSX boys are battling now by the looks of it.
Yeah, I have no idea why they're doing that, because
no, they shouldn't be battling.
If I'm the team principal, I would be shouting at Kevlara to get out of the way, because if you look at the tyre wear, it is so heavily in favour of Isaac here.
Right.
Yeah, the Dodge is not very... It may be super quick, but it does wear up a lot of tyres a lot more quicker than the rest of the other cars.
Well,
and they both pit at the same time, didn't they? Kevlara and Isaac pit at the same time.
Yeah. I think Isaac pit a lap or two later, possibly. Yeah, because I remember Kevlara and Crowhawk pit at the same time.
Yeah, Kevlara was indicating go to the left side, so he's letting Isaac go by.
Yeah, okay. But in a couple of laps, I don't know, I don't quite remember what the soft tyres were doing when I raced, but they're not going to hold out for too much longer, and they're possibly going to be, like, the hard tyre might be quicker than the softs on Kevlara in a couple of laps' time.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
So it could allow Kofi and Gecko to then come back at them.
Alright, so it seems Crowhawk, he's steadied out a little bit. He's doing these last 2 laps for 131s. But the tires look like they could last a few more laps before he has to switch on to his next set.
It looks like the gap is slowly coming down a bit from Crowhawk to Isaac. I did see it at 11 seconds one point.
We'll see what Crowhawk's able to do on this lap. I mean, his front right looks already in a bad way, and he's dropped. Yeah, this lap's going to be potentially be a 32. So Crowhawk, the tyres already starting to go on that Supra, and you see Isaac there. He's still got pretty fresh softs on the Hyundai. So I think he'll be looking to reel in Crowhawk for the next few laps, for sure.
At the start of this lap, should 10 seconds gap from Crowhawk to Isaac.
He could actually, do you know, Kev could be like a spanner in the works here. He could probably hold up Gecko and Kofi at the same time and allow Isaac to pull away.
He could. I would say that Gecko and Kofi have too big of a fuel advantage and too big of a strategy advantage for Isaac to be a player in the battle. But I mean, who knows? I think Isaac is racing Martin and E97. That's the way I see these battling out. And Gecko and Kofi are racing against Crowhawk at the moment, just on different strategies.
So we're nearly halfway through the race. So we'll give you then a running order then. Crowhawk's advantage to Isaac is now less than 10 seconds, 9.6 seconds. Soft tyres are slowly going away from Crowhawk right now. Isaac in second place and is gaining. He's definitely the fastest out of the two. I think Isaac alone has gained 8 tenths on this lap alone on Crowhawk. Then you've got Kevlara in third, but those tyres are looking a little bit worse for wear. Gecko Racer in fourth, Kofi fifth, Martin in sixth, E97 in seventh, King Ears in eighth. Ninth is Alex Gaming on the medium tyres now, and Paolo rounding up the field in 10th position. Still quite close though, 33 seconds separating Crowhawk to Paolo down in last spot. As we're only just going to be starting the second half of the race now. So Crowhawk does a 32.3 that lap alone. What does Isaac do? 32.3 for Crowhawk that lap. He does a 31.6, so he's gained 7 tenths alone on this lap, and the gap is going up even more from Isaac to Kevlaro. In fact, Gecko Race is going around the outside of the set S's on Kevlaro. That's going to be quite big, and he's made it stick.
And he's done. So Gecko Racer is certainly still, he hasn't given up just yet. He wants that win just as badly as I'm sure he did when he set the fastest time.
And this could be great for Gecko as well if Kevlaro holds up Kofi, because Gecko, Kofi has a fuel advantage over him, so Gecko really needs to move away from Kofi now and start to pull a gap before the pit stops come around.
If I was Gecko, I probably would have forgotten that I even spun on the 7th lap.
Yeah, if he didn't do that, then he would be right up with.
It's the best way. You have to forget. You have to put it out of your mind.
Right.
Because if you dwell on it, then it's just gonna affect your driving. You just have to put it out of your mind, reset, and then just go again. As Kofi, is he gonna look into inside of Kevlar into the final corner?
He looked at it.
Kevlar goes a bit wide. Is Kofi gonna get the run?
Could do.
But the power of the Viper here.
I've just seen there in the chat there. I'm just checking the tyres there. Ruby's in the chat there saying, I hope the admins are checking the rear rings. Don't touch it, you get a 50 grand fine. Here comes Kofi to the inside. In the set of S's, Kevlaro. Oh, he's through.
He just about makes it done, and he's through. Alright, so the race is on for Kofi and Gecko. They still have to make ground on Isaac and Crowhawk. I'm going to assume Crowhawk is going to make his stop either this lap or next lap.
Yeah, possibly for Kev.
Look at those tyres. Look at those tyres.
From Kev? Oh, they...
No, Crowhawk.
Oh, Crowhawk? Oh, yeah, they're even worse. And look, the gap's coming down again. 7.9 seconds.
7.9.
So I was going to say, this is the crossover. So Gecko on the hards is now quicker than Crowhawk on the soft tyres.
Is he quicker than Isaac? Not really.
Isaac's a 32.0, whereas Crowhawk did a 32.8. So Isaac reeling in Crowhawk by around like a few tenths a lap now. But I think Gecko here, he's pulled a tenth on Crowhawk on each of the previous laps, and he's pulled 1.2 on Kofi. Which is what I was talking about. Kevlaro affecting the battle.
Isaac again running right. I was Jun Cow. Sorry.
That's alright. I was just talking strategies here.
Yeah, no, you're talking more better than me.
I think that Gecko definitely got past Kevlaro, and that hampered Kofi. So now he's starting to pull away from Kofi, and Kofi's not got the benefit of the slipstream anymore. He still has a fuel advantage, so Gecko really needs to make hay. He set what? That's a 32.4 on that lap.
32.4
from Gecko compared to 33.6 from Crowhawk.
Just about 10
I feel
left in his
car. I would have to say, yeah, I think Crowhawk should pit this time by. If he went 12 laps on the mediums, and we know the soft tyres, they are quicker, but they do wear a lot quicker. I reckon Crowhawk should pit now and change to the hard tyres.
Was his first lap, did he go too hard on that first lap, do you reckon?
I think he may have done, with that 29.9.
Took too much out of the tyres.
But I mean, it's like I said, he had to do qualifying laps on these faster tyres, and I think that's what he's trying to do. Look at him, he's struggling for traction out of the straights.
Yeah, but you need to take care of the tyres so you can set qualifying times throughout the whole stint and not just the first few laps.
Look at him, he's really... The car's really tail happy at Magulo. I don't know what it's going to be like at Junção. But Crowhawk is really having a hard time driving that car. He should pit in this time by. He is flashing red though on his fuel gauge, so he should pit this time by, and indeed he does. Now will Isaac follow suit as well? He's got a bit more fuel. No, he's going to stay out.
Oh no, he's pitting.
No, Isaac.
Oh no, he's pitting. Isaac's pitting in as well. So you would expect Kevlaro, like you said, Olos, he'll be pitting this time by, which indeed he does.
So that puts Gecko in the lead, followed by Kofi. And
another 1:32.4 for Gecko. Compared to Kofi's time of 1:32.6, so 2 tenths gained on a lap below from Gecko. Now Crowhawk and Kevlaro and the other and Isaac will go into the hard tyres now. But Crowhawk's going to put in a lot more fuel in. Yeah, a lot more.
Liters,
yeah, about tire. 90. Yeah. And what about Isaac? He goes to 91.
Also 90 hard tire.
And Kevlaro, he'll put on the hard tyres and he will go up to 90.
About the same. So roughly, when you're fueling, there is a little marker to show you how much fuel you need to get to the end of the race. I think they filled up around that point.
Yeah. And I think Gecko and Kofi and that lot will probably be pitting, not this time by, I would say, give or take maybe like another... Well, Gecko needs to pit in a lot more sooner than Kofi. So Gecko will probably have to pit in around about maybe, 4 laps time? 5 laps time?
No, if I'm Kofi, I would probably come in
at
similar time to Gecko. No, as in if I'm Kofi, I might come in at similar time to Gecko to cover him off, because Kofi will probably know that he's got a fuel advantage over Gecko as long as he can stay within a couple of seconds. But these two pretty much, I think they're pretty much neck and neck in terms of like net positions when you take fuel into consideration. I think they're gonna stay out until maybe lap 24, 25, because those soft tires. I'm not sure they can do many more than 10 or 11 laps.
When Crowhawk did his pit stop, the soft tires only did 8 laps.
Yeah, and he was abusing them. He was probably going for them. So we'll see what these two decide to do. Whether they want to go for a longer stint on the softs or a shorter stint, we'll have to wait and see.
I think to make it to the end, oh man, it's kind of hard. Oh man, to make it to the end.
More battling with the RA boys. E97 versus King Ears. That's for 4th and 5th, but they've yet to make their second pit stop. King Ears is flashing red, whereas E97, his hard tyres are looking pretty decent. But he is down to roughly about maybe 15% left, 15 litres left in. Alex Gaming, he's got a 1 second penalty, but he's in 6th place.
He's been quietly doing an alright job, actually. I think Alex has. Because he's only 3.3 off of King Ears, and I think he's got slightly better tyres, and he's got the hard tyre out of the way. So he's going to be looking to use that soft tyre for the final stint and just and see if he can catch guys up ahead. He's 7.7 ahead of Paolo.
Well, he's still got to burn that penalty, hasn't he? He's got to burn it on the straightaway, so that gap's going to extend now. So he's going to have to burn it here anyways. King Ears makes his second stop now, so he will go to the soft tyres. 13 laps, really, on those soft tyres? I don't think that's doable, but I think King Ears is probably going to go for another stop, I reckon. 13 laps on the soft tyres,
I mean, it's the kind of thing that I would try. I'm not sure I would recommend that for everybody else, but King Ears, he must be a bit of a sadist or a masochist, a bit like me. He wants to get that the full drift mode by the end of the race.
PK terms, he wants the Arabic drifting. So E97 will be making his pit stop next time by, and he will put on a set of those soft tyres. So Paolo, up in the 6th place, started last on the grid, doing a decent job so far. Fuel looking quite good. Now, where is Crowhawk? Crowhawk
was a 1:33.0.
Oh, yeah.
Gecko did 1:32.8, and they're about to finish their laps now. So let's see how much of a difference they have put in.
Yeah, I reckon there's going to be like another 2 more laps for Gecko Racer to make his pit stop.
So
I reckon.
Dead, 1:33.1.
Yeah, Gecko's he's starting to pull out a decent gap on Kofi here, so he's just driving beautifully. I actually think he's now in the best position. I think he's gone to 10% of fuel left, so he's probably going to be pitting on this time by. I don't know if Kofi might decide to follow suit. We'll have to wait and see.
And the thing is, though, is when Gecko and Kofi come in at the same time, well, I presume they're going to pit in at the same time, Kofi may come out ahead of Gecko because he's got more fuel, and then Gecko, he'll put in less fuel.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
So Kofi does have that fuel advantage, but Gecko's he's been running quicker than Kofi, just by like 1 or 2 tenths per lap. And that's slowly just given him that advantage. It's going to be... I mean, these two, the consistency that they've shown has been actually quite breathtaking, honestly. But yeah, I wonder whether Kofi's going to follow Gecko, or he's going to do 1 or 2 more laps on those hard tyres, because his pace is consistent, actually. So he's now just dips into the 31s.
Out goes E97. Looks like he's going to be battling with King here. So the battle for the soft tyres is back on again between those boys. Into 10-4. Ooh, careful E97. Nearly hit the Astro. So their battle resumes. Now it's just down for 9th and 10th. But other drivers in. And Gecko's in. Gecko's in. Kofi stays out. He'll probably do another lap or 2.
So he's going to go for that. I want my tyres to give me the most pace possible right at the end of the race so I can pass. But I think Gecko, it will be interesting to see where he comes out in relation to Crowhawk. Crowhawk just coming up the start-finish straight now. And he's got the slip of Paolo, his teammate. I wonder if Paolo's going to let him go pretty soon.
And Paolo's not yet made his second stop yet.
Yeah. And Gecko puts in 62%. He's already coming out.
I think Crow will just be ahead, I reckon. Yeah, he's going to come out ahead. But, you know, Gecko's got the quicker tyres. But 61% with 10 laps to go.
Paolo lets him go.
Yeah, Paolo lets him go. Very good team driving there for Paolo.
But the gap's only 5 seconds. And that's not enough, I don't think. I don't think that's enough. Gecko's going to get him. For sure.
But do you think 61% of fuel's enough, though, for 10 more laps?
Yes, I do.
I think so.
Absolutely, because if a tank is what, like... A tank can go between 18 and 20 laps. So, if you think 10 laps, round about half lap, 60%, yeah, I think he's fueled more than enough. So, Gecko now, I think he's got Crowhawk in the bag, quite frankly. It's just a question of what Kofi can do on those hards when he comes out on the softs.
Kofi's got to do another lap out on those worn hard tyres as Martin makes his second stop then. So effectively the only 2 drivers in Miami the second stop, Kofi and Paolo. So Kofi's got to do his qualifying, he's got to do qualifying laps on his last stint. But, you know, crucially though, he's going to have at least 2 laps fresher tyres than Gecko on his soft tyres.
But he'll probably be... The thing is, he's going to be like 5 seconds behind Gecko when he pits now.
Yeah.
That's the thing, because he's just going to have to trust that he's quicker at the end of the race. It's honestly, I'm very excited to see how this plays out. It's not one of those races where you can actually call...
Oh, Gecko's by Paolo. That's crucial.
Yeah.
They very nearly collected into each other. I think Paolo was trying to get out the way, so he was going to go left.
No, I think he was... Oh, I don't know. I thought that might have been a bit of a block there. I think Gecko was committed to the left side and got by. I think Gecko was committed, and I think Paolo was trying to put a block on to try and hold off Gecko as much as he can. But that's now failed. And look, he's catching up to Crowhawk really quickly. 1.2 seconds. Didn't you say like a lap or so ago it was like a second, 5 seconds? It's less than a second now.
Kofi comes in now.
Yeah, Kofi's in now.
Yeah, it's because Gecko's like 2.5, 3 seconds a lap quicker than Crowhawk right now.
Yeah, because Crow's on the slower tyres.
It's going to be an easy move.
Yeah.
he's going to breeze right by him.
But we know what Crowhawk's going to be like. He's not going to give up without a fight. Crow on the hards versus Gecko on the softs.
Kofi onto the sauce, getting fuel in.
He's trying to pull out the tool. Oh, and now Paolo's into the pits. So it looks like everyone's going to make their second stop. Kofi's on 56%.
Gecko has jumped yes,
Gecko's jumped Kofi.
Kofi.
But crucially, though, Kofi's got at least a couple of laps fresher tyres than Gecko.
And less fuel.
Gecko's gonna try on the outside. Was that a bit
Is he going for the cut? He's going for the,
yes, he can.
He's got the crisscross on him.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
That's
through.
it.
Yeah, that's him through.
The contact. Oof.
Crow's not giving up about a fight. And that's going to allow Kofi to catch up a bit.
I
bet he did.
He is through into the first place.
That was a crucial move from Gecko. He had to get by Crowhawk, who was costing him so much time. But now he's got 6.4 on Kofi, who I think Kofi's also going to have Crowhawk for breakfast pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll just see.
I'm just thinking Martin's now caught up to Kevlaro. He's all over the back of him, battle for 5th place.
Yeah. Kevlaro sliding the rear into 10-10.
Coming back at 12.
There might have been a little bit of a touch with Martin and Kevlaro, sorry, but he's got the spot. And now he's only got about 3 seconds, just less than 4 seconds to catch up with Isaac up ahead in the Hyundai. And also King Ears has got by RE97, but Alex Gaiman on the soft tyres. He's going to catch up with these guys ahead, who are also on the soft tyres. But they pitted in a couple of laps later than what Alex did there. So Alex has got the fresh tyres and these two guys up ahead. And Paolo back down there in 10th spot, but he is, I believe he's also on the soft tyres. No, yes indeed he is.
Kofi needs to be a second a lap quicker than Gecko for the rest of the race, which is going to be tough to keep up, because we know how good Gecko has been on the tyre management side of things. So I still think he'll be able to hold on for this, but we'll see what the laps are going to look like.
Well, we'll see what Kofi's going to be like if he gets by Crowhawk, because Crowhawk didn't give Gecko racing that much racing room, but still found a way. Oh, he's lost it nearly!
Crowhawk has gone.
He saved it. That was some save from Crowhawk.
But that's allowed Kofi to get right up on him.
He just needs to get a good run out of Junsao.
Yeah, this is going to help Kofi a lot now, up the straightaway out of Junkao. And he's in the toe. Crowhawk's really struggling on those tyres now. He's getting the traction on way too early. This is going to be a straight out fight between Gecko and Kofi, but he's got to get by Crowhawk in a hurry.
One thing I would like to keep in mind:
surely he's got him here. Surely he's got him here.
You feel like he has. Late breaking in.
It is.
Late breaking into the ZS, he's got it now. 5 seconds now in 6 laps.
Right, so Kofi, all he needs to do is push.
No, because they've done 28 laps. They have 35 laps, so it's actually 7 laps to go. 4.9 the gap.
Crowhawk went very wide out turn 4, so he's lost more ground.
Martin's caught Isaac. Battle for 4th.
Is it down to the tire, or is it just small mistakes here and there? What do you guys think?
I think it could be down to tyres, yeah, because Gecko pitted 2 laps. Well, Kofi pitted 2 laps later than 2 or 3 laps later, I think, than Gecko.
Crowhawk is just struggling right now.
Yeah, we're just looking at the battle with Martin. Martin flashing the lights to Isaac to try and put him off. Well, that's nearly a pass in the grass there, Martin. Gives Isaac a little nudge. Backed out of it, though, so, hopefully no harm, no foul. But just look at the run Martin is getting on Isaac. Isaac then struggling on those hard tyres. Again, Martin trying to...
Martin really wants to get by.
Oh, Isaac lost the rear out of Junkao. That's him up.
Goodness.
Hope that wasn't like some sort of curb glitch there from Isaac.
End of lap 29, the gap is now down to 4.4 between Kofi and Gecko Racer.
You feel that it's not enough, though. Kofi needs to get, like, as Rascal said, like a second a lap.
No, so at the current rate, he's going to catch him on the final lap, but he's going to need to also be able to find his, have time to find his way by.
Let's have a look. Last lap comparisons then. 1:31.1 from Gecko to 1:30.3. So he's gained 8 tenths alone. The gap is now less than 4 seconds now.
Well, once he's got the slip as well, he's gonna gain from that too. So it's just so tough to call.
But as the legend Murray Walker always says, catching is one thing, but getting by is quite another. And there's only 6 laps to go.
He doesn't have that much time left. He needs to get on it, quite frankly.
I think he is. No. I actually think he's catching him at pretty much bang on the rate that he needs to. So if he's just able to keep this pace,
I think he just took almost a second out of him.
Yeah.
I was just
so now down to 3.5.
Oh, Alex Gaiman and E97 have got a penalty, sorry.
At the start of the lap, the gap was about 4.3, 4.4. Now it is 3.5, so...
1:30.4 from Gecko compared to 1:30.6. He's gained another 8 tenths on that lap alone.
Oh my goodness.
So 2 laps, he's gained 1.6 seconds.
This could definitely.
Oh, this is going to be nail biting. How many people are watching this? 24 people watching. If you've got time, grab some popcorn because this is going to get very tasty. This is going to get very, very interesting here, especially with the last 2 laps of the race. I reckon Kofi can just sense the car ahead. He's within sight. God, and I bet you Gecko is driving the race of his life. Kofi is... It must be like a terrifying thing, though, for Gecko, because, you know, he's the hunter. He's been the hunted, and Kofi's the hunter. And what do you do as a driver? You're just seeing that gap just considerably going down a bit. It must be playing on your mind as a driver.
You have to put it out of your mind. You have to forget about it. There's no one hunting you. You just have to drive yourself. Because if you let them get to your head of it, then it's going to affect you too much. Kofi didn't take as much out of Gecko on that last lap, though.
I was just about to say it. I think the gap is sort of stabilised. I think he's gained at least 4 tenths alone on this lap. So, here we go then. 4 laps to go. A 1:30.9 there from Gecko Racer to 1:30.7. So 2 tenths alone on this lap now. So Gecko picked it up.
That was a big lap from Gecko to do a 30 on those tyres.
He's picked it up. He's picked up the pace now. He'll probably know that Kofi's catching.
Their tires are roughly in the same state.
Martin's catching up to Crowhawk, so we could have a battle for 3rd spot in our hands here. Martin is less than a second behind now. Another change battle is going on now, as that's King Ears around the outside of Kevlaro, and he's got 6th place. It's a good battle there as the oh god, they're moving and shaking around the Curve do Sol. But King Ears up into 6th place, and you can see Isaac ahead in 5th. Now King Ears going defensive.
Martin has gone straight into slipstream range after that. We might have a battle for 3rd place, like you just said.
Oh, we will do. We will do. Martin's on the quicker tyres than Crowhawk, but we know what Crowhawk's like. He's not going to defend his position up that easy, unless if he forces a mistake like what he did with Kofi. A few laps to go as Martin clips the grass,
and he did.
Sideways into turn 10.
But it wasn't enough. He's still pretty much on his bumper.
Oh, Crowhawk looked like he was going in defensive mode, but stayed back on the racing line. We're going to have 3 laps to go as Gecko crosses the line to start lap 33. Kofi crosses the line to start lap 33, and then we've got to wait another 14 or so pattern.
He's not catching him fast enough.
No, it's still the same.
And I'm looking at the tyres, and now Kofi's got the same amount of tyre wear as Gecko, so Gecko just in a phenomenal position here, I think.
Oh,
there we go. Martin on the outside of Crowhawk using all of the track, all of the track in the middle part of the said S's, and Martin's through up into 3rd spot.
Now let's see if Crowhawk can go back at him.
I don't think he will.
Oh man,
I don't think he will. He'll try and outbrake him at this point. But that's probably the only chance that Crowhawk will get of a podium.
Let's see. Kofi gap is now down to 2.8. I don't think he can do it. I don't think he'll be able to catch him time.
He needs a medical. I think Kofi needs a medical. He'll want Gecko to slip up here. But the way Gecko's been racing, it's unlikely that he'll make a mistake. It's still 3 seconds. The gap is slowly coming down, but not enough.
No, not enough. And that's full credit to Gecko, who's just managed this race beautifully. Despite the early mishap he had, I think he's been 100% just on it. Kofi took three tenths, but again, it's not enough now.
It's not enough.
He needs like 1.5 seconds at this point.
So if Gecko doesn't make a mistake, it's his to lose. Kofi second, Martin is up into third, Crowhawk in fourth. Now let's see where. Okay, Kevlaro is now nearly 2 seconds down the road behind King Ears, and Alex Gaiman 3 seconds behind. And you've got E97 in 9th, and Paolo still running down in 10th place. But he is catching E97 on no soft tyres with him. So there could be a battle for 9th and 10th happening very, very soon as they start the penultimate lap. But Gecko Racer started on the pole. And what a drive this has been from Gecko.
Indeed, a drive it has been. He started on pole, defended really well for the first few laps. Then he spun on lap 7, I think it was, and then he's worked his way back to the front, and I think he's about to take the win.
Yeah, just don't hit the curbs now, Gecko. Just don't hit the outside curbs. Just do what you've done the previous 34 laps, and you got this W in the bag. Gap again slowly coming down, but as what Rascal says, should be looking at that. It's his race to lose. One more lap then for Gecko Racer, for Racing Asylum, to get their first win of the season as he starts the final lap. 1:32.2 then from Gecko, 1:31.7 from Kofi. Gained half a second, but 2.4 seconds, it's not going to be enough for Kofi to catch Gecko.
And Kofi's going to have to be a bit careful on this lap. He's running very low on fuel.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think that's plenty of fuel. That's plenty of fuel. He'll still go. He'll still do it. He does have a big enough buffer to Martin in third, 16 seconds down the road, 16 and a half seconds now.
Yeah. We've not talked much about Martin, but it's actually been a really good drive from him.
Yeah, fourth on the grid, got up to leading the race at some point. Actually, played a good team role there, held and Gecko Racer behind and used him as a pick, but still solid drive here for Martin. As here comes Gecko. He's got a few more corners to go. The Racing Asylum boys will be absolutely jumping up and down in the live chat. Well, probably not up and down because we won't see them, but they'll be happy in the chat. He's got at least another 3 more corners to go. If he doesn't make hopefully he don't make a mistake at Young Cow. We're hoping not. And he's got this in the bag.
Now. And I
Here
think
he comes.
He's got it. I think
He has got it. He's going to do it. So Gecko Racer is going to come across the line. And what a win. What a drive this has been as well from Gecko. That mistake what he did on lap 7 in the ZS is out of his mind. He flashes the lights. Racing Asylum gets a win. Across the line goes Gecko Racer. Kofi will cross the line in second place. Fantastic drive from Gecko Racer. Absolutely fully deserved. Martin will cross the line in P3. So it's not too bad for ARC 2 and 3. But Gecko Racer, sensational.
Stuff.
Absolutely sensational from Gecko Racer.
Yeah, congrats to him. Just the class of the field.
Pro comes fourth.
Sliding across the line, which you're not allowed to do, actually, so he could be penalised for that. May lose 4th place in the process. Isaac across the line 5th. King E is 6th. Kevlaro in 7th. And here comes Alex in 8th place. RAE97. Actually, close battle here for the line. Who's going to get it between E97? E97 gets it by 6,000ths of a second over Paolo in the COC Peugeot. Only just. But there you go.
I don't think anyone expected that. Where did he come from?
Yeah, well, he did have time. There was time for him to do catch up with him. It was about, couldn't mind how long it was there, but good battle there with with Paolo in E97. But there you go. There you have it then. Gecko Racer. Sensational drive from the Racing Asylum driver. Takes victory in the final round of the A-grade final. Kofi in second. Martin third. Crowhawk in fourth. You got Isaac fifth. King is sixth. Kevlaro seventh. Alex Gabe at eighth. E97 ninth. And Paolo round out the field in 10th place. But those are unofficial. But yeah, what a tremendous last round that was.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah, it was tense the whole way through.
It was. Yeah, that was a very fun race there. And yeah, hope all the RE drivers in the chat will be going absolutely yeah, look at that. They'll go mental actually, the RE drivers. Look at them go. That was a great race there. Sensational. Well, that's going to do it then for the stream. The World Cup, the ARC World Cup. That was some good fun there. Racing out of all of the drivers and over the tournament, championship.
Yep, I've enjoyed racing, and enjoyed this sort of team versus team event, and yeah, I've enjoyed casting it as well. So hope to see these guys in more ARC races come the future. Hope this isn't the end of us racing against each other. And yeah,
I would like to see some more RE races compete in some ARC races because we get more people watching. We get more people watching the ARC races when they're there.
Join our events, yes, please. Would love to see you again. Yeah,
if you do love your endurance racing, there is the 400 lap endurance next week at Fuji, so I'm going to be in the booth with that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think there's nothing else to say. But thank you to all of the teams that have competed in it. Thanks to all the drivers that raced in it. My thank you to Rascal for commentating in it and to all Oz here today. And
thank you, Xavier.
And yeah, I think that will do it then. So that has been the ARC World Cup, and I've enjoyed every minute commentating on it. And tomorrow you're going to see this. Well, me back out on track. Hopefully, get a win in the BTCC tomorrow. I hope. Touch wood.
You and me both.
Right then, so we're going into the streaming. And thanks again for watching. Give this race a thumbs up. It was really fun doing this and all that. So yeah. Anyway, see you again.
See you later.